myself, council members Benton, Bradford, Vice Chair Huffman, Council Member Kimbrough, Nash, Chair Porterfield, and Chair Prepty. We do not have any public comment today. Nobody signed up, so we'll get right into our very extensive agenda of 3 items. So I would like to go ahead and propose a consent agenda for these 3 items. Does anybody have anything they would like to pull off of my? Okay, thank you. I was like, what, really? My proposed consent agenda. Okay, I'll check in right after I get done reading and see if anybody has changed their mind. First item is RS 2025-1330, a resolution approving Amendment 2 to the grant from the Kresge Foundation to the Metropolitan Government, acting by and through the Metropolitan Action Commission for general operating support. Sponsors Porterfield, Evans, and Welsh. Item number 2 is RS 2025-1333, a resolution approving a subrecipient agreement by and between the Metropolitan Development and Housing Agency, or MDHA, and the Metropolitan Government, acting by and through the Metropolitan Office of Homeless Services for one-time payments of first month's rent and security utility deposits on behalf of homeless persons obtaining housing through various campaigns. Sponsors Porterfield, Evans, Welsh, and others. And item number 3 is RS 2025-1334. This is a resolution approving Amendment 1 to a grant from the Tennessee Department of Finance and Administration to the Metropolitan Government, acting by and through the Office of Family Safety, to fund staffing positions to help manage the multidisciplinary needs of its clients. These are sponsors Porterfield, Evans, and Welsh. Do I have a motion? Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded. Does anybody have anything they would like to pull off before we vote? All right. Seeing no hands raised, we'll renew the motion. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Anyone not voting? All right, we recommend approval on all of those items. That is 8 in favor, 0 against, and 0 not voting. Okay. I just have a couple of announcements, but actually before I do my announcements, let me just check in with departments and see if anybody has anything they need to share. I see Director Calvin. Do you have anything you need to speak on tonight with the group? No, you're shaking your head no. And Mr. Cox is walking out the door. You don't have anything. I appreciate your information earlier. Thank you so much. I don't see any other departments rushing to the podium. So I will just go ahead and share my couple of announcements. So I can find my little notes here. One of the announcements that I wanted to read, because we've all gotten emails about Davidson County and the disaster recovery declaration, that impacted from earlier spring storms in April. And so there's been a couple of mobile disaster recovery centers that have been opened, impacting Davidson, Dyer, and Wilson counties. And so Davidson County, the recovery center is located at the Nashville Luby Public Library at 2301 Rosa L. Parks Boulevard, and the hours are 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday to Saturday, and then open until Saturday, and it's open until Saturday, July 5th. Friday it'll be closed in honor of Independence Day. And so people do not have to go in person, for a recovery recommendation or application. They can apply online at disasterassistance.gov or use the FEMA app for mobile devices, or call the FEMA helpline at 800-621-3362. So I wanted to make that announcement. We don't have a speaker today. We will have a speaker at our next meeting. I've invited Adam Rosenberg. Some of you may know Adam. He is the founder of ABG. Yeah, not related to Dave Rosenberg, ABG Real Estate Company. And what he does is permanent supportive housing using hotel conversions. So he did a hotel conversion in my council district last term, and he's done several of them. And so I think it's very interesting. We often hear from Office of Homeless Services, or we know people that are in the provider space, but Adam will come and share a perspective as a developer of permanent supportive housing and kind of what he sees are the gaps that residents face, as they transition in, going from homelessness to being housed. housed. And so he'll come and share information about that. On August, I have a pending invitation for the first meeting in August, and so I won't share who I invited, but then the second meeting in August, we'll hear from Officer Faye Okert, who just retired on Friday after serving Metro for 34 and a half years as a school resource officer. She was actively involved in the Covenant response and is the handler for a very popular therapy dog named Sergeant Bo, who goes around to schools with MNPD. And so she and Sergeant Bo will be here. I thought since it's my last meeting as chair, I may as well go out with a pet, in the chamber. So I know, but we also, often talk about school resource officers, but I thought it'd be interesting to hear from one and kind of her experiences around, what she sees students needing, in her role. So we'll have that as well. Does anybody have anything that they need to share, with the committee? Okay, well, I don't see anybody rushing to raise their hand. This will be the shortest Public Health and Safety Committee meeting in the history of public health and safety meetings. So enjoy your, oh no, Councilmember Prepty.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for your stewardship of this committee over the past 2 years. We have seen a really healthy and robust debate in this committee, and the way that you've administered it has been incredible. So thank you for your leadership and for your service as chair to this committee.
Well, thank you, Chair Prepty. I really appreciate your kind words. And I look forward to hearing more of them on August the 19th. Okay, with that, we'll call this meeting adjourned. Thank you.
No.